There are so many candidates running in the Democratic Party this coming election that it's kind of hard to pick if you're not watching day to day. A lot of them play into the identity politics. I've seen cars in town that have three different candidates that they're for, and they're all women, and the driver is a woman. I don't get it. I'm going to vote based on policy, and I would hope that everyone would vote based on policy. My number one policy is climate change. We are fucked right now. I have kids. It's really scary. So that's my number one issue. Number two is money in politics. It's so corrupt right now. I mean, like, we got fucking Trump. So anyway, I'm going to go over some policies of the two leading candidates, if you believe the polls. So Biden and Bernie. Biden's popular only because of name recognition. That's it. People think Obama was this awesome man. I did too. First black president. That's pretty awesome, right? I don't even want to get into Obama's record right now, but Biden has run twice before. He ran in 88 and in 2008. And in 88, he had to drop out because of plagiarism, which we just found out that his green policy, if you can call it that, is directly plagiarized from fossil fuels website. So that's awesome. And in 2008, he had to drop out because Clinton and Obama overshadowed him. So I guess since Obama won and Clinton's a fucking joke, it's Biden's turn, right? He's propped up by, he is the establishment. He, right out of the gate, met with Comcast people and lobbyists. It was so frustrating. I found all of this stuff on votesmart.org if you want to check anything. Biden's record is he supports the death penalty. He wrote the 94 crime bill, which disproportionately locked up minorities. Still does. There's a really great documentary actually on Netflix right now called Legalize It. It's about cannabis and how the crime bill affected that, actually. He's against legalizing cannabis. He voted for NAFTA, voted for DAMA, the Defensive Marriage Act, which means he's anti-gay marriage. Very progressive. Very progressive. He voted for the Iraq War, which has been going on for 18 years and counting. That helped to create Al-Qaeda, which formed ISIS. Thank you, Biden. He flips back and forth on his stance on women's reproductive rights. So it's a good thing that Alyssa Milano backs him, though, right? Voted for the Patriot Act. Voted to repeal Glass-Steagall. Voted to make it harder to eliminate student debt. Also very, very progressive. He's against busing still to this day. He's against desegregation on buses in 2019. %70 of us want Medicare for all. The majority of the country, $500 medical bill will break us. My husband just had a 3rd-degree ankle sprain. He's working 40 hours a week. He's on a cane now. He was on crutches. And we have no health insurance. None. And Biden opposes single payer. Anita Hill. I don't think I need to say any more on that. He mocked the Me Too movement by making a joke about it. He smells kids' hair and touches them. And women as well. It's disgusting. But the kids, oh my God. Last time around, we put an establishment figure up against Trump, and we got Trump. Trump ran on populist ideas, so he was once saying he wanted Medicare for all and to cut back on wars, etc. None of that has happened. None of it will happen. He said he'd drain the swamp. He just put the swamp back in there. I understand now why people voted for him. At first, I was so fucking pissed. I took it as a personal slam. But I get that people wanted something different. They didn't want a Clinton, and I totally agree with that. If we put an establishment figure up against Trump again, it's over. It's not just over as an election, it's over, I believe, for humanity. Because we are already facing extinction. Literally. We might already be screwed, but we have to try. We have to try something. So knowing all that, I'm going to go over Bernie's record. And Bernie's I found on his actual site. So if you want to check that, you can. His policies and record. He's for Medicare for all. Period. End of story. There's no, yeah, I want Medicare for some. I want Medicare plus I want you to be able to keep your insurance. It doesn't work that way. It's either Medicare for all or nothing. It just doesn't work the other way. He wants college for all. He is fighting for $60,000 a year for students, or for teachers, for pay. He's going to fight for working families, break up big business, and fight for a living wage of $15 an hour. He's already gotten that at Disney. He met with Mickey Mouse. And he got that at Amazon. And he's pushing Walmart and McDonald's right now. So he's a man of his word. He wants jobs for all. He wants to expand Social Security, not cut it. And if you're not familiar with MMT, look that up, please. Your mind will be blown. He wants to combat climate change, pass the Green New Deal. And with the Green New Deal, they don't want to eliminate people in the coal industry or completely cut out hamburgers and flight. That's ridiculous. They would be offering other options, just like when they made weed illegal. That took away our options for hemp, right? So now we have fucking plastic. Good job. It would give us different options. It would open up different jobs. It's not just that all these people are unemployed and that's it. Let's see here. Where was I? He wants to meet our commitment to our veterans. He wants to stop the never-ending wars. He voted against the, where is it? The war in Iraq. I might not have put that down here, but Biden voted for it. So he's fighting for women's rights, for disabilities rights, for LGBTQ plus rights. He's fighting for minorities. He wants to empower the people of Puerto Rico. I don't hear anybody else talking about it. He even has one of the women that I don't remember what her position is, but she works in government in Puerto Rico, Carmen something. She's on his campaign. He wants to tax the wealthy and Wall Street. He wants common sense gun reform. That doesn't mean take all your guns away. It doesn't. I own a gun. I wouldn't. I'm not against people owning them. I'm against people owning them that shouldn't own them for mental reasons. He's for criminal justice reform. He's for racial justice. He chained himself to a woman back in the civil rights days because he said, if you're going to lock her up, you're going to lock me up. There's pictures. Look it up. He's for immigration reform. Provide legal status to dreamers. Humane border policy. Humane. And I know Trump's not the only one to lock families up. He's the first one to separate them, as far as I know. But Obama locked them up too. Both sides are corrupt as fuck. He's for Wall Street reform. Investing in rural America. That's where he's going to get Trump supporters. I mean, it's just a no-brainer to me. He wants to fight for fair trade, workers, teachers, unions. He's been doing this. He wants to reinvest in public education. He wants to get big money out of politics and restore democracy. If we want to save our world, if we want to save our families, there is no other option other than Bernie. Or Tulsi, honestly. But I think my theory personally is that Tulsi is wrangling up the right-wingers and is going to concede and get them to Bernie and back him. And hopefully we'll get a Bernie Tulsi ticket. But you can't vote on identity politics. You can't, oh, she's a woman, so I'm going to vote for her. Oh, she's half black, so I'm going to vote for her. Or he's from Indiana, I'm from Indiana, I'm going to vote for him. No. Why? Are you fucking serious? You vote on what is important, what matters. And look at their records. Compare them. Educate yourself. Don't just, oh, there's a D, so he's a good guy. That's not how it works. That being said, this was my first YouTube video. Sorry it wasn't more organized. Still getting the hang of it, and hopefully I'll learn how to edit soon. My daughter's going to teach me. Anyway, that being said, thanks for watching, and Medicare be with you.